welcome everybody to today's onboarding live stream. My name's Ty. I'm joined with Kelly. Today's stream is going to be focused on setting up the Ledger Nano S. You want to show them what that looks like?
Yes.
Yep. So she'll be going through unboxing it as well as showing you guys some best practice. Of course, if you guys enjoyed today's stream, make sure you guys like the video, comment any feedback you guys have. Of course, we do have a mod in the chat. Shout out to Tim. He'll be answering any guys or your guys' questions while we're going through the process. Of course, after like near the end of the stream, we'll have an AMA where we'll address your guys' questions if you guys have any. So without further ado, Kelly, take it away.
Yeah. Okay. So today we are setting up a Nano S Plus.
Yep.
And this device has actually already been set up. So we've used the recovery sheets here, but when you okay. There we go, a little bit better. Okay, so when you open the box, you'll see the recovery sheet and then the device itself. Underneath here, you'll typically see the cable in there, but we've already got it set up, so it's not in there. And then there's also a packet with regulatory information and
We can even go here on the big screen if you want to show some packaging.
Yeah. Okay. So this is regulatory information. And here is what it looks like when you first open the box.
Yep. And it'll usually come with 3 recovery sheets, and of course it'll be wrapped. If it's like torn apart, of course you guys know there is a genuineness check in Ledger Live to make sure if the device is genuine. So that's another added step of protection.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will connect device here. Okay, so when the
yeah.
Did you reset this?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
perfect.
you'll just go through the process with them.
Yeah. Okay, so you will be greeted with a welcome screen here, and you use the right and left buttons to navigate through. Once you get to the end here, just press both buttons to continue. You will have the option to set up the device as new or to restore from a recovery phrase, which is a great option. But today we're going to be setting up the device as new, and we'll receive a brand new 20-word recovery phrase that the device generates.
Yeah, and the restore from recovery phrase option is a great option. Let's say you purchase multiple Ledger devices and you want to use one as a backup. You want to use one as a backup, then you could import that existing recovery phrase onto the other Ledger device. But typically, if you're just a new Ledger user, you want to use setup as new device, right? The purpose of Ledger is to generate a brand new 24-word recovery phrase. Not import an existing recovery phrase software wall.
Right.
Take it away, Kelly.
So the next step here is to select a PIN for the device. All Ledger devices give the option to have a 4 or 8-digit PIN. For the ease here, I'm just going to pick a 4-digit PIN.
Are you doing 1, 2, 3, 4?
Just 1111.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and then you will be asked to confirm it after. Once you confirm the PIN, then it's time to write the recovery phrase. This process does take a little bit of time, so want to kind of cover
Sure.
recovery phrases while I work on writing these words down.
Sure. So what she's going to be writing down, the recovery phrase, she's going to actually be writing it down on this sheet. We're obviously doing the S Plus, but if you do Nano X, it's going to come with this. We ran out of recovery sheets, right? As she mentioned before, so that's why we're in this recovery sheet. But with an X, it'll come with like kind of a. Oh, we're out. Huh?
Yeah, I think they're out now.
It comes with like a smaller, like foldable, kind of foldable. As far as a Nano S Plus recovery sheet goes, but the X is like a more tall vertical. But she's going to be using this, but I'm just giving you guys that info. All right. So while she's setting it up, I'll address some of the best recovery phrase practice, how to keep your recovery phrase safe. So, of course, your recovery phrase is going to be your master key to all your funds on the blockchain, right? Analogy I like to give people that are new to crypto is think about it like your house key, right? You wouldn't want anyone, um, you wouldn't give your house key to anyone, right? Because if they had access to your house key, they could access all your assets in the house, whether that's your car, your furniture, electronics, any valuable possession, right? Same thing applies with crypto, right? Your recovery phrase basically allows you, or let's say if you made a mistake, right, and you gave it out, obviously you never want to give your recovery phrase to anyone, but basically how scammers or how people take users' funds is if they get access to your recovery phrase, right? You wouldn't want to give that out. So the same thing, like I said, applies to crypto. If they have access to your 24-word recovery phrase, it can access all your funds across all the blockchains. Um, then I see we have some questions coming in, and we'll address that. Hello. Uh, but the best practice is, of course, not what Kelly's doing, right? You don't want to do things live. Obviously, we're doing it live for educational purposes, but you guys don't want to set up your recovery phrase live, whether that's on live stream, whether that's recording a video of it. That a lot of people tend to do that. You don't ever want to do that, right? You don't even want to take a picture of it, put it into an encrypted cloud storage
Yeah,
because
password managers.
yeah, password managers, we've seen those get hacked. So just avoid anything that has to do with online connection, right? Because that leaves a vector attack on your 24-word recovery phrase. Of course, you guys want to do everything completely offline. You want to sit down at your house, apartment, wherever you may be, and make sure no one's around you as well. So, and of course, you want to keep it in a safe place. We do have some backup storage solutions that I'll just show you guys here. Um, so of course, with the paper that we give you, right, it's pretty high quality paper, but of course, it's not disaster proof. Whereas these backup solutions are, they're metal, right? I'm not going to go too in depth into it, but if you guys want to check it out, you guys are more than free to do that. They're on our website. Hey Tim, if you want to leave a chat or leave a link for these storage solutions, backup storage solutions in the chat, that would be great. But yeah, um, and you're done now. So so those are just some tips. Another tip I want to give you guys is, of course, there's a lot of scams and impersonators of Ledger. Ledger employees. Ledger will never ask you for your recovery phrase. We don't store or ask for any of your private information, sensitive information. In that case, so make sure if you guys get contacted, block them or even contact us, report it to us. We'll forward that to our brand investigation. But yeah, Kelly, take it away.
All right. So after you have written down your recovery phrase, you're going to be asked to confirm the recovery phrase. Now, keep in mind a word does auto-populate, and it might not be the word that is the correct word. So be very careful to go through this process because you want to make sure that you're confirming the right word. And if you don't, you're just gonna spend more time trying to do it again. So
and you
it's worth it to take your time.
Yeah, and you want to make sure you write down the words correctly too, like spelling wise. Make sure the spelling and
yeah,
you can read it right. I have bad handwriting, so
do I.
Yeah, so make sure you guys write it down correctly. Cool. So she's gonna just steamroll through that process real quick. And it is common for a word to appear in your 24-word recovery phrase twice. For example, the word punch, it's a word in the bit 39 list. That are all the possible words that are used for a recovery phrase. Punch can appear twice, right? And that's perfectly fine, perfectly safe.
Yeah, when I first learned that, I was actually setting up a device and got same word twice and thought, oh no, something's wrong here.
Right.
They can actually be like 3 times in a row even.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I see we have a few questions, so you want me to answer while you're setting it up?
Totally.
Yeah. So Aryan has a question. They're asking, in the future, is it possible that we can trade directly from Ledger on Binance or Coinbase, basically money in our Ledger? Yeah, so when you mean trade, do you mean buying and selling, or do you mean like actually trading, right? Ledger is not an exchange. Um, So if you're referring to like buying, selling, we do have a few options like Tim mentioned, but it's very limited as far as selling goes. It's just Bitcoin through Coinify. In the future, I don't know, but everything's going to be through our providers, right? We're not going to be the ones that are going to be offering that service. We're going to partner up with one of these providers that can hopefully bring you that service all within like yeah, you're all done. So
Yep.
we'll get back to that. So yeah, good. Just go ahead.
Do we
Okay.
want to show adding an account on Ledger
Sure.
Live?
Sure.
Okay.
So we can set up Ledger Live. Okay, so since we have the Nano S Plus, we're gonna select the Nano S Plus, select, and then right here, you're gonna have two options, right? We already have a recovery phrase, so we're gonna select this option. Now,
If you select the other option, it just walks you through the process that we just went through of setting up the device.
Yep.
Yeah, has some good info in there too.
and now here's a genuine check, just to check to make sure the device has not been tampered with, everything's good. So let's check. It's gonna take a second. Allow Ledger Manager. So she's gonna approve buttons at the top. Everything's good. So now we have Ledger Live set up, right? This is the screen you're gonna get to when you first set up Ledger Live. So
Yeah.
what to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
Or do you-
yeah, let me use it.
Okay.
It'd be easier.
Okay.
Okay, so typically your accounts tab would be available, but because this is the first time we're setting up Ledger Live, it's not available. So you'll be in your portfolio tab to add your first account. And we'll just add an ETH account for ease here. You don't even have to search it, it just pops up. But of course, you can search in here for whatever type of account you're looking for. Add this ETH account. Sometimes this process to sync can take a few minutes, so don't panic. I've seen it take even longer than a few minutes. Typically it's fast, but
yeah, and it's taking longer for us because we don't have the app installed.
Right.
If you already have the app installed, then
it's very nice that the app just installs
without having to go to the My Ledger tab.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll go to My.
Yes. Well, that'll be the next step there. Okay, so it's syncing. And now the successfully added. So you can see here now all of the tabs are available after we've added that first account. If you want to check out the account you just added, go to the accounts tab and you will see it right here. I would suggest when you're very first setting up a device that you head to the My Ledger tab, make sure your device is unlocked and open before you are connecting to the My Ledger tab.
Yeah. And every time you go to the My Ledger tab, it's always going to perform a genuine check. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, good point. Up here, it shows the device firmware or OS version and that the device is genuine. And if this device is on 1.1.0, so it is up to date. But if you have any, pending updates for firmware, this is where you'll see it. And you'll want to make sure your device is up to date before you are doing anything else.
Yeah, and it'll be an orange box at the top, and it'll say update firmware.
Thanks.
Cool. Want to go over some other tabs?
Discover tab, yeah.
Show them a few tabs.
Yeah, in the Discover tab here, depending on your location, you might want to make a swap or use a DEX like 1 inch. We also have, hair swap.
Yeah.
You can search for categories over here, depending on what you are trying to do. Another one I like is
what are one of your favorites?
Zerion. Yeah. For any tokens, ERC20 tokens that don't appear directly in Ledger Live, they might not be supported in Ledger Live yet.
Yep.
You can access them through the Zerion app. And now you used to only be able to view those, but now you can actually send and receive transactions directly from there. Amazing.
Yep.
So when you connect to Zerion, you have lots of different options. Of course, this is not a funded account, so there's nothing to really look at. But if you have NFTs, they will appear here. And then, of course, your right here. We have a new earn tab. Do you want to cover that?
Yeah. So Earn tab is just gonna give you guys all the assets that you guys can earn rewards from through staking, right? So you have Tezos, Cosmos, Near, Ethereum, Solana currently. There should be Cardano on. Maybe you don't have the Cardano account added, but Cardano is also available asset to stake. But yeah, you guys should definitely check out the Earn tab. While you guys are holding any assets, you guys can earn rewards. So this is a great tab. Buy and sell, of course, this is going to be region dependent. There's various providers, but if you do live in the US, you can buy through PayPal, which is great. Swap is going to be dependent on the provider. We don't offer supported swaps for every coin out there, but if your coin is supported, it won't be grayed out. If your coin is grayed out, then it means that that coin isn't. Refer a friend. This is a great tab if you guys are trying to onboard your friends into crypto, or more specifically self custody. Why not earn an incentive and earn $10 worth of Bitcoin, right? For referring your friend. Of course, CL card. This is going to be region dependent too. I'm not going to go too in depth into it, but basically it's like a crypto um, debit card. You load up your card with crypto, and you can um, spend using the crypto, and you can earn rewards too. Um, yeah, that's basically it as far as Ledger Live goes. Like Kelly said, you guys can go to Discover tab and select what you're trying to do. We have plenty of services.
Oh, yeah, even staking in there. I should have mentioned Lido, Kiln.
Yeah. Yeah, we have some tax services. We have buy, sell. Rainbow Me is a good one for NFTs. Zerion, like she said, kind of like a portfolio tracker for assets that may not be supported in the accounts tab. Manage in Zerion, and you can transfer using Zerion. And there's no risk connecting to any dApps, right? Especially Zerion. If you guys make a transaction with your ledger, of course, have to approve it on the device. Yeah, so we do have some questions here. You want to take it away?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello there. Do I have to pay crypto taxes even if I take no profits? I can't speak. I mean, we're not financial advisors. And I'm sure taxes are different. They're different depending on your, location. So, I can't say for sure how it is in your region. So I highly suggest doing, as much research as possible.
Yeah. Or contact your accountant to get more information.
Yeah.
Like she said, we're not financial advisors. Don't want to give the wrong information. All right.
So
Tech World.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So from Tech World, wish you guys would have staking for XRP in Ledger Live. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so XRP is not proof of stake. Maybe you're referring to maybe earn rewards. Obviously, I don't know if the network or the blockchain will implement something like that. But as far as I know, you can't earn rewards for XRP. Most of the time, when people say, "Oh, you can earn rewards for XRP," usually it's either on an exchange or it's a scam, right? Yeah, you can't earn rewards for XRP. Not a proof of stake, but you can't earn rewards for ETH. So, if you have ETH, make sure you stake your ETH through one of the providers that we offer. All right, next question.
Right. Mono. So the ledger will give us the key and we need to write them down on the paper, right? Yes, that's correct. So the ledger generates the recovery phrase and then you write it down on the paper and then you want to, that's the master key to your asset. So you want to make sure that you are guarding that paper and storing it as
safe location.
as safely as possible.
Yeah.
But yes, the device will, and it will only appear one time. That is an important part to mention. Like It's so critical to write it down correctly and to make sure that it's safe because you cannot make it appear on the screen again
Yeah.
after the initial setup.
Yep, and one more thing I want to point out is if you're unsure about your recovery phrase or the recovery phrase that you've written down is correct, we do have a recovery check. Tim, if you want to tag Stefano and give him that resource, basically what the recovery check app is it's gonna tell you when you import the recovery phrase that you've written down onto the computer or onto the device, it'll validate if that recovery phrase is correct. So um, yeah, I suggest you check that out, Stefano, because I have ran across some cases where users like myself, like we have bad handwriting, right, and enter the recovery phrase on a device, and we're like, oh shoot, doesn't match. So make sure you can read your handwriting and make sure the recovery phrase that you've written down is the one that's located on your ledger, right? So it's just another best practice. But yeah, cool.
All right. Eric Silva, can I convert my crypto into cash and send it to my bank from my ledger? That's a great question. It depends on the asset. In Ledger Live, we do have. Are we on? Okay, perfect. So in the Discover tab, okay, we have a buy sell tab here, and we do have like various providers where you can sell your assets. But we also have the Discover tab, and then you can go to categories here and then select sell. And it again, it depends on the specific asset and if it's supported by these providers. But you can off ramp through some of these. Another option is to send the funds from your ledger, of course, to an exchange and then there. But there are definitely options from within Ledger Live to sell.
Yeah. Right now, I believe it's only Bitcoin though. With Coinify, I haven't checked out these providers yet. Of course, my recommendation is for you, Eric, is what she mentioned. Right, the best way and the easiest way is to move your funds to an exchange, liquidate your assets on there, and transfer it to the bank. That's going to be the quickest way. But if you are just selling Bitcoin, we do offer a service called Coinify that sell your Bitcoin directly within Ledger Live, then now the funds will be. So check that out.
All right. Stefano says thanks. Welcome.
Yep.
Ruben Montez.
Yep.
What coins cannot be stored on your ledger? Oh my gosh, we support so many coins and tokens. It would be super difficult to say what we do and don't, but we do have a super great list of supported coins and tokens on our site. Tim, if you could add that to the chat, that would be awesome. And then I should mention if something isn't directly supported in Ledger Live yet, you can more than likely use a third-party wallet with your Ledger device. And keep in mind, as long as you're making a hardware connection with your Ledger device to a third-party wallet, you're never exposing your recovery phrase. It's definitely safe to do. So if something isn't directly supported, you can probably still secure it with your Ledger.
Yeah, there's a lot of workarounds, but of course, do your own research. Of course, you guys are more than welcome to contact us, and we can verify for you. But like she said, a lot of assets, like for example, AVAX, Avalanche may not be supported in Ledger Live. What support means in Ledger Live just means you visually can't see it, but you still secure with your Ledger, right? So basically, Ledger Live is a tool that allows you to visualize and manage your assets, right? But if you can't visualize or manage your assets, you can of course use a third-party wallet to manage those assets, right? Because your Ledger device does, or the 24-word recovery phrase from your Ledger device is gonna derive a address, right? And that address is on the blockchain, right? All your funds are on the blockchain, and in order to access those, you guys need either the Ledger device or the correct 24-word recovery phrase or private keys to those accounts. That's how basically blockchain works in a simple terms.
Cool. Yeah. All right. So Eric and Ruben, you're welcome. Marius, the High Ledger team, when will Bit and Sword Tau be supported on Ledger Live?
Yeah. All right. You want me to take
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
All right, so let's check. First thing we're gonna check, of course, is this a ERC20 here? Check. Mitten sore. Now, did I spell it right? B.
I think it's
I spelled it right, right?
yeah.
Do you have the ticker symbol, Marius? Yeah. If you want to give me the ticker symbol, or pretty sure I'm spelling it right.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's a new token that hasn't been uploaded on CoinGecko yet. But if it's a ERC20 and we don't support it, and we probably most likely won't support it as of now because it's not on CoinGecko. But if it's ERC20, Marius, you can manage it using MetaMask if you have the token contract. Now, okay, that's
Oh, there we
this
go.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this looks like its own chain. Let's see the market cap. Okay, so I don't know when we'll support it, but basically how coin integrations work in Ledger Live.
Oh,
Thanks, Tim.
it's on the Polkadot
Oh,
chain.
Polkadot chain.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
so it's a paired chain. Okay. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't know when. Yeah, I don't know when it'll be supported. I can get more information on that.
My guess.
Tim, if you want to find any information or help us find information on Tau and see if he'll be supported in Ledger Live, that would be great. Um, but yeah, I don't have an answer or a clear cut answer for you, Marius. All right.
Right. Tech World, how do you stake Arweave on Ledger?
Yeah. Are we? I don't
Think
believe.
you
Yeah.
can.
Let's see. I don't believe Arweave is a supported asset on Ledger yet. Yeah, it looks like you have to use the Arweave web wallet. Um, so yeah, as far as staking goes within Ledger Live Tech World, right? The first step is, of course, we have to support Arweave within Ledger Live first, and then we'll integrate staking. And as far as that goes, staking is really going to be dependent on market cap, right? We try to get the coins that are top market caps first. So let me check Arweave. Arweave, if it's like a very popular coin or it has a very high market cap, usually we try to aim for top 50, and it looks like it's ranked 118. So of course there is a possibility, but we focus on the top 50 in terms of market cap when it comes to support and adding. But I'm sure you can stake it using the Arweave wallet, right? Tech World, correct me if I'm wrong. Cool. And do we have anything else? Yeah.
Hey, Ruben, why should I pick Ledger over Tangram card? Tangram. I have not done any research on Tangram card. I'm not familiar with it. Do you have any experience with it? Any input here?
Yeah, so I'm assuming that Tangram card is probably another cold storage solution, right? Um, all I could say is I think Ledger has the best support, right? I don't see any other hardware wallet companies offering these AMAs and these streams, but of course, do your own research, pick what's best for you. All I can say is Ledger's never been hacked. You have
Right.
great support, great user interface. Yeah, usability is pretty simple.
We support a lot more coins and tokens, yeah, than a lot of the other options.
Yeah.
But yeah, ultimately it comes down to what's best for you and your assets.
Yeah, and whatever you prefer. So, yeah.
Right. Home P11. Is it a plan to add Yurt?
Yeah.
Let's
Sure.
see.
So
Let's
let's
look
see.
it up. I'm not familiar with this one.
Yeah. There's so many tokens and coins. Okay, so it's Euro Tether.
Okay.
It's our ERC20. Okay. So let's go in Ledger Live and see if supported. So we'll go here, accounts. Okay, so it's not supported.
Oh wait, you got a O. You have an O there. It's EURT.
Oh,
Yeah,
EURT.
Yeah.
Okay, so it
Yeah.
looks like it is supported.
You'd probably be able to just send it directly to your Ethereum address in
Yep.
Ledger Live, and
Yep.
it should appear under that parent.
Yeah, it'll display as like show tokens. It'll, yeah, like she said, it'll appear right under the account.
Yeah.
So yeah. Next question.
Marius, sorry. Have another question. What about Nervos Network? Is that a third party wallet?
Yeah. So yeah, Marius, Nervous, you're gonna have to use a third party wallet, of course. Like I mentioned before, in terms of coin integration, support in Ledger Live. It's right now we're focused on the top 50 market cap. That's our priority right now. So let's just take a look to see KB is. Yeah, so CKB, in terms of market cap, it's really out of that top 50. That's the words that I got from our developers, right? That's our main focus right now, to get all the top 50 market caps coins supported in Ledger Live first before we branch out. But we do have a great help center article on how to set that up via third party. Tim, if you want to link Marius that, and the setup is pretty easy too. So that's basically the workaround for now. But hopefully, in the future, we can support CKB.
All right. Ruben,
Yeah,
is Ben coin supported? Is that the ERC20?
yeah.
I don't know if that's supported. I feel like.
And could be this one, yeah. Yeah, so it's an ERC20, so maybe we don't support it, but see. Oh, so yeah, Ben is supported. Ruben.
Yeah.
So you can send it to your address and it'll be good to go. You should be able to view it in Ledger Live. And Marius, as far as support goes, of course, we let me link you this, Marius, our developer portal. Okay. So this is just for ERC20s actually. Yeah, so I'll just put this in. All right, so I'm gonna link this in the chat, guys. What this is just a developer portal to submit any ERC20s, any tokens that you guys want us to support. As far as chain goes, Marius, as far as CKB goes, it's really gonna be up to the devs, right? Right now, the word that I got from them is they're gonna try to integrate all the top 50 market cap first before expanding. But if you do have tokens on Ethereum and you don't see it in Ledger Live or there's no support for it, check this developer portal. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Yeah. Cool.
Okay. GT nuts. What happens if I do not take the updates on my Ledger Nano S? If you are using a device that is not up to date, you run the risk of having apps that are out of date, and then it's more difficult to make transactions. If you try to connect to a third-party wallet, you're going to need an up-to-date app. So we always suggest keeping firmware up to date, and yeah, and your apps too.
Yeah, because you may run into issues
Yeah.
if you firmware.
Yeah. And on that note, there might not be any issue at all depending on what it is. So yeah. Zordak. I recently forked a coin and spent a few months on it. If I write the app for Ledger for it, how long can I expect to wait for the review process? And what would increase the likelihood of approval? I would maybe reach out to the developers in our Discord.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that would be your best bet. And talk to our developers directly there. So check out our Discord. Tim, if you want to link that, that would be awesome. Ruben, awesome info ledger, making a purchase today. Awesome, love to
Correct.
hear it.
Ruben, one more thing I want to know, Ruben. I think we do have a sale going on right now, right?
Yeah.
We do have a sale going on, Ruben. So, I mean, I think it's perfect timing for you, Ruben. How much is it? Let's check. Um,
Just say Tony
yeah,
like.
yeah. I want
I don't
to.
say the
I
wrong
know we
thing.
do have a sale. So,
Yeah, we do.
let's. I think it was perfect timing for you, Ruben. There is a sale going on. For the S Plus, I believe.
It's orange.
Yeah, if you buy the orange one, I guess it's just for the
Fall,
yeah, Halloween,
Halloween.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
If you use Gone Soon for this orange Nano S Plus, you get 30% off. So take advantage of that. Ruben, best place to purchase. You can purchase Amazon, authorized reseller, but like I mentioned, we have a sale going on right here, 30% off. Obviously, if you hate the color orange, then the sale won't apply to you. But if you don't mind, right? If you don't mind on the color, then take advantage, 30% off.
I'm not a huge orange fan, but I
Yeah.
kind of like that.
Yeah, it's something
I
different,
like it.
right?
Yeah.
And that's one of our main colors, anyways.
Yeah.
Cool. Question.
All right. Crypto cartel, is the ledger safe with the revelation of the backdoor? There is no backdoor. I'm assuming you're referring to Ledger Recover, in which case, this is a service that you have to sign up for, you have to pay for, you have to approve on your device. Once that process is done, then the recovery phrase is encrypted and actually sorted into separate pieces.
Yep.
And so the recovery phrase is never, in one whole piece. And so there is no risk of exposure of the recovery phrase through this process. And again, it's a subscription service.
100% optional.
Yeah,
Yep.
totally optional. You can't accidentally sign up for it or do it.
Yep.
Again, it's just like a transaction you'd approve on your device. You have to actually approve this service and all of that. So there is no backdoor, and you can learn more about Ledger Recover we have a blog.
Yeah, we have
series,
a blog post. Yep.
and a really good FAQ on the site that covers so much info there. I totally understand the concern about it.
But just there's a lot of misunderstanding in the space.
Totally.
And more information will be coming out on that. Of course, there's a blog post. I actually am one of the beta testers for Ledger Recover.
Yep.
And I can tell you it's really secure. Even trying to restore your recovery phrase, you have to go through an intensive background check. Not background check, identity verification check.
Right.
So my license was denied. I had to give them my passport. There was a lot of steps. So it's very safe. Of course, if you decide not to opt in, nothing changes as far as security goes. Yeah, I guess that's a huge concern.
Yeah.
That's going around the internet and Reddit.
Right.
But there is no backdoor. She explained it pretty well. Hopefully that helps.
All right. Marius, thank you for the link about Neuron Wallet. Awesome. You're welcome. Zodiac.
Zodiac.
Oh, Zodiac.
Yeah,
There it is. Perfect. Spelling it out for me. Love it. Thank you. Ruben, best place to purchase. We covered that. Home P11. Your happy buy days are awesome. Thank you for this possibility.
No problem.
Absolutely. We love those too. Marius, is there any information about approximate shipping delivery date for the Ledger stacks this year? That is a great question. We don't have an exact ETA on that, but if you are on the pre-order list or did pre-order, you should have received an email that kind of covers what's going on and gives a little bit of an update on that. If you didn't receive the email, reach out to us at support.ledger.com.
Yep.
And we can get you a copy of the email.
Exactly. The email will basically give you an update behind the scenes on why it's taking so long. And also, if you pre-ordered it, we are offering courtesy for sticking with us, right? If you guys ordered through NFT market, we'll receive an additional S Plus. And then for those of you guys who ordered regular pre-order, we are offering you guys a magnetic shell case for sticking with us. Um, I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Hopefully it comes out soon or
Yeah.
it gets shipped to you guys soon. I'm
Yeah.
excited. So, yep. Is there anything else? Doesn't look like there is.
That's it for.
Okay. You want to cover anything or
I think
if we're good?
good. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So we'll give you guys like 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. If you guys don't have any more questions, we'll get out of here. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, of course. It's the weekend, approaching the weekend now.
Yeah.
Oh, glad you guys have more. Okay. So he received it.
Awesome. Yeah, I wish we had more info. I can say that I've tested it.
Yeah,
and
you've tested it. It's pretty badass.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely exciting.
Yeah, Marius. Yeah, and of course, like I mentioned, if you pre-ordered it, you will be getting compensation for sticking with us. So appreciate that, and excited to hopefully they get it out by the end of the year. That would be perfect.
Yeah.
Send it out for Christmas
Yeah,
or
yeah.
during Christmas, New Year time. Yeah, Marius, you have a nice evening as well. But yeah, this stream has been great. We'll be wrapping up here in the next 2 minutes. If you guys have any last minute questions, feel free to leave it in the chat. GT.
Yeah. Do you see never needing hashtag for HBAR? Okay. I'm assuming this is like a memo tag you're referring to here. So if you are sending to an exchange, you would need to use a memo tag because the account is not like the exchange is sending the funds to the account. It's not actually going directly to an account. If you are sending from an exchange to a self-custody account, like a ledger account, you do not need a memo tag because the funds are going directly to the account. So it's only one way that you need it. And yeah, so that would be an example of a time that you don't need it is if you're going from an exchange to a self-custody account.
Yeah, and in simple terms, the reason why you need to include a memo tag, like she said, is because when you send funds to an exchange and you don't include a memo tag, right, the funds that come into the exchange can't identify who that's from, right? So the memo tag basically means, for example, if I send 10 H bar to an exchange and I don't include a memo tag, my funds could get lost, right? And when it gets to the exchange like, who's this 10 H bar from, right? So if I include a memo tag, the exchange like, okay, this 10 H bar belongs to Ty, and then they deposit it into your account. You don't include a memo tag, of course, you risk losing funds. But from my experience, if you reach out to the exchange and provide proof, sometimes they may help you recover your funds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great. Hash graph possibility, is that the name?
Oh, no. Is that a question? I don't believe so. I think that's just.
Oh, the hash pack. That hash pack is needed. Oh, okay. I think he's mentioning that you can't use, you can't send it directly to Ledger Live. You'd have to use Hashpack to receive.
I see.
Yes, good point there.
Thanks,
for
Bill.
HBAR, you have to have a account in a third party wallet called Hashpack.
Yeah, you have to create your account through Hashpack.
But it's still secured by your ledger, and we also have a great article on how to do that. So, but the information as far as like the memo tag and all of that,
that's still valid.
That's the same.
Yeah, that's still valid, and that's for other coins too.
Yeah. XRP. Yeah.
Stuff.
Alrighty. Ruben, any predictions for Bitcoin? Ooh, I don't have any. I don't have any predictions. I'm always watching, but I never like. Usually, what I anticipate to happen goes the opposite way. So.
Yeah. And this is just our personal opinions, by the way.
Right.
We're not financial advisors, but our personal prediction. I think in 2024 it might boom.
Yeah.
The halving happen, so we'll have to see. All right.
Yeah. Hey guys. Oh, okay. Let's see. Altair Crease. Hey guys. Question about Cardano staking. Why is there a? Am I missing something?
I think your message got cut out. Altair. So. Yeah, I think their message got.
Cut out. Okay. If you can, or if you want to add to that, go ahead and do that. Um,
Nice,
GT nuts.
GT.
I I hate hashtag. Appreciate your responses. I might have a similar feeling about hashtag.
Yeah.
When we were like playing around and testing it,
Yeah, it's
got a lot of
complicated.
yeah, it's got a lot of interesting little hangups, but it's totally usable. Once you get the hang of it, it's
Yeah.
less.
You can
usable.
actually stake H bar on hashpack.
You can, yeah.
Yeah. So that's something I didn't know until recently.
Yeah.
So
Um. Oh, okay. So there's the continuation here.
Okay.
350.
data charge.
I know for a while there you had to stake the entire amount in the Cardano account. As far as the 350 charge
Yeah.
or like minimum, I am not certain on that.
Yeah, I don't believe there's any minimum. Please reach out to us and give us more information on that.
Actually, let's check this. I'm gonna check the Cardano staking article
Sure.
because there
Sure.
might be something about that minimum.
Is there? I staked like 50 Cardano
Yeah,
last week. So.
I don't know if there. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Was that the max of the account? Like if
Yeah.
you like
You
say
have to
you
stake
have
the
three,
max.
so maybe he has,
Yeah.
in that particular account.
This one. This one. Okay, so
Okay, initial deposit.
there's no minimum.
Here, go down a little bit.
Really?
Okay. Why is Ledger saying it costs 340 or 345.88 to delegate? Okay.
Okay. Yep. So there's your answer right there. Yep. The remaining rewards are then distributed after.
Okay, so as an individual staker,
Yeah.
you're not directly paying
you're
the
not.
340.88 cost.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're not paying it. Yeah.
Maybe we should link this so you can
Yep.
take a better look at that.
I was like, I staked like 50 last week, and I had no issue.
I know I quickly like seen something about this, but I didn't have the chance to look further into it. So glad we know now.
Yeah. All right. Question for.
Okay.
Thanks, PJ.
Ruben, my hashtag had a scammer in the commercial.
The commercials.
Not my fault. Lesson
That's very
learned.
interesting.
I'm wondering maybe like an ad or something that was attached to hashtag.
Yeah. Fake NFT.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's a
fake NFT.
fake NFTs are a thing.
Oh yeah.
Can we show them? I can
Um.
connect my ledger.
Yeah,
and show
we
them
have
before.
to.
Yeah. Let me get my ledger, guys, and we're gonna show you guys fake NFTs before we get out of here. I think we have 10 minutes left, but let's just show them.
Yeah. So when you get these NFTs promising like airdrops or redirecting you to a website, of course you want to avoid anything like that. These NFTs aren't a cause for concern in the sense that if you are receiving them, they're not going to cause any issue as long as you aren't interacting with them. It's best practice to only hide them in Ledger Live and then don't interact with them in any other way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let's show you guys what they look like. Here. At Polygon account. I know I have a few.
Yeah, that's definitely the most common one. I think I see that. Okay. In the app here. Oh, you have an update pending.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh damn. An update. Take a sec. All right, so let's just go in here. So as like we mentioned earlier in the stream, right? If you have an Ethereum account, you send tokens to it. You'll have a show tokens drop down right here. Click it. I have USDC account. So boom, I have some scam NFTs in here, and this is what it looks like. It
Yep.
is a picture, a commercial that can entice you to go to one of these websites. And like you mentioned earlier this week in a stream, if it's too good to be true, it probably is.
Absolutely.
Um,
I wish people were just handing out free money. Not the case.
yeah. And you want to show them how to hide the NFTs?
Yeah, sure. So, like I said, you don't want to interact with. It's safe to, of course, like click on this. You're not doing anything,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't want to click any links or scan any QR codes,
Yeah,
whatever.
and don't go to the link.
Yeah.
If you guys go to the link here, let's go to this link. I think
Sometimes I've seen some where they just.
Stable Circle, right? Is that it?
Uh,
Go ahead. Sorry.
I've seen some that just immediately redirect you to a
Oh.
page to enter a recovery phrase, which of course you never want to enter your recovery phrase anywhere. It's just an immediate scam right out of the gate. It's just so
Right.
blatant phrasing. Yeah.
So Tim has a few wallets. I think he has Fire installed as well. But as you guys can see, as soon as we go to stablecircle.com, it's blocked. Right? It's clearly a malicious site. And my recommendation for those of you guys out there that may not have Fire, I think Fire is great.
Yes.
Fire XYZ. And this tool basically what it does, it's gonna help you through Web3, going to these random websites like circle.com because sometimes you may accidentally click it. This website will direct you out of there, right? It's gonna tell you what you're doing as far as transactions go. It's gonna tell you if this site contains scam coding within. Highly recommend. This is my recommendation to you guys. Check it out. Fire dot or join fire.xyz.
Yeah. I second that. I love Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go back and
All right. So for hiding the NFT, you're gonna click on the three dots right here, and then hide NFT collection, and then you're gonna be asked to verify that that's what you want to do. Hide it and go back, and it is gone.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty simple. And yeah, I guess should we wrap it up or take one more? We can take one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take John Smitty.
Right. Should you back up your Ledger device? If so, how? I have seen other cold storage wallets use SD cards. On that?
Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier in the stream, you could back up your recovery phrase through cold storage solutions. We do have Ledger Recover that's going to be coming out soon. That's going to be another great backup solution. But these are the best physical, right? No internet connection involved, right? They're metal. They're going to be disaster proof. God forbid, of course, you run into disasters. But if you live in areas such as Florida, there's hurricanes, there's floods, right? You never know what can happen. So these are disaster proof, even from fire, of course, too. But yeah, as far as other cold storage wallets go, I can't really, I don't really know what you're referring to, John Smithy, as far as SD cards. Do you have any?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes. Thanks, Ruben. You have a blessed weekend too. We'll see you guys next week, of course. But yeah, I guess we can just wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, today's stream was great. It was fun. We had quite a bit of questions for Friday. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Of course, if you guys have any feedback for us, leave it in the chat below. We have a stream, or we have these streams every week. Tim, if you want to leave the stream schedule, I highly recommend you guys check the stream schedule out. Like the video, of course, if you guys enjoyed the stream. You have any last thoughts?
No, I think that's it. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, it was great having you, Kelly. And we'll see you guys next week. Take care. Make sure you guys never give your recovery phrase to anyone. Contact Ledger Support, and if you contact Ledger Support, we'll never ask for your recovery phrase. So the weekend is approaching. So if you guys contact us today and don't hear from us, tomorrow you will hear from us on Monday. So without further ado, take care, everybody.
Bye.